Okay, so I'm so excited that we found Becky in our study here in Tampa because when we were working on her belly, we found out that she has a diastasis recti. And that's just a fancy way for saying that the abdominal muscles, which are actually held together by fascia, the two main ones that run up the center of the stomach, actually tear apart. It really has, I mean, this in the medical world, they might call it an umbilical hernia. We just have all these random names. We should just start calling it fascia tears because that's what it is. Fascia is torn and separated. Okay, keep going down. I didn't find anything in the lower. Lift again. So what you're gonna do, and I like to use two hands unless it hurts your neck, but you're just gonna get on the sides of it. Okay, go ahead and relax. Neurologically now, we're gonna have you do a head lift and intentionally squeeze the muscles between the fingers and then go right back down. And then take a breath. Exhale, squeeze this together and lift. Beautiful. And back down. You do 100 head lifts a day for 30 days and it will close that gap. Okay. And the reason why is that the muscles do the contraction, you know, their action is to do this, but if they're separated, they learn to do that separated. And when you force them together, they learn to act together. And then that just becomes part of your posture. This is something, by the way, I did not know. I ended up having mine surgically repaired. I had a huge baby, and I was teeny tiny. You could stick a whole fist in me. But I have seen people with this technique. We get feedback all the time on the page of people who have, you know, if you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 finger separation, they are closing that gap between fascia blasting and the head lifts. So we'll check back in 30 days and see if it's closed. Hers is pretty tiny. It's really only, let me see it. So,
can we show how to fascia blast real quick?
Yeah, so fascia blasting, I'll let her do it. So she would hold with one hand, because you gotta have a hand for the fascia blaster, and just relax. And then you're gonna take this in your hand, and then you can still do the diamond technique here. And then you can just spin it around like that, and do here. And then you'll switch hands, hold it together. Yep, blast here. And then the other way. If you've ever had a baby, or blow your stomach up like you can and make it look like your body. If you're a man and you look like this, stop. In all likelihood, you have at some point torn that fascia. So relax your stomach completely, and you're gonna take your fingers, and I want you to be real stiff fingered like that, and you push down into your belly, and then you do a head lift. Okay, but there is a protocol to fix it. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and film one long video. Okay, so he's physically holding them together with his hand. Good. And you do how many a day? What do I tell him?
100.
100 head lifts a day. Now the second thing that you wanna do is that when you are fascia blasting, you wanna make sure that you go ahead and take the two claws and go straight up and down the stomach. Okay, so when you're using the fascia blaster and you're torn, it's fine to use it. It's actually good to loosen that fascia up so that it doesn't tear worse. You want to make sure that the oblique fascia is super loose. Otherwise, when you contract your oblique, it will actually pull on that separation, okay? So when you're blasting the oblique, try to go a little more towards the center with your pressure, like that. And then you can also go up and down on the oblique. He doesn't have any lotion, so I know that doesn't feel good. So your protocols for a diastasis recti or a torn fascia up the center of your body is to do 100 head lifts per day with approximation, and then fascia blast according to the hernia protocols.